Total Pro Sports presents 15 road trips every sports fan needs to take. Every major sports fan has seen some memorable games, and they all dream of going to certain sporting events. But for whatever reason, it doesn't work out. Having problems deciding where to go? We've got you covered. Here are 15 road trips every sports fan needs to take in their lifetimes. Number 15, an NFL playoff game. Since the majority of NFL fans aren't willing to drop thousands of dollars on a Super Bowl ticket, why not drop a couple hundred on an NFL playoff game? Seeing a postseason game in America's most beloved sport by far with thousands of screaming fans is totally worth it. No matter where you live in North America, there's at least one team that plays a day's trip away from you. Number 14, All-California NHL trip. The Anaheim Ducks, Los Angeles Kings, and San Jose Sharks make up the Golden California road trip for the NHL. Most NHL teams play those three clubs in a number of a few days and are all beautiful cities. Any NHL fan should plan to see their favorite team play in all three California arenas. It's not expensive either. Number 13, World Junior Hockey Championships. Usually every second or third year, the IIHF World Junior Hockey Tournament takes place somewhere in North America. If you're a hockey fan, this is your trip. The future NHL stars represent their countries and fight for gold. It never fails to disappoint. You should absolutely give it a try. This tournament never disappoints. Number 12, multiple sports in a city. If you're a New York-based sports fan living in Canada, why not tie in the chance to see a Yankees game, Rangers game, and Knicks game? Or if you're casually planning a nice getaway trip to Chicago, it'd be perfect to see the Blackhawks, Cubs, and Bulls, three iconic franchises in one small trip. Number 11, Madison Square Garden. It's the most famous arena in the world, and rightfully so. Sitting in the heart of Manhattan, MSG has provided so many iconic moments for the Knicks and Rangers. It doesn't matter who is playing, but it's critical to find a way to tell your friends you got to see a game there. Number 10, any major soccer match. Since the FIFA World Cup is almost always not in North America, it's hard to plan a road trip there. But what about seeing Team USA in a qualifying match? Or even an MLS match? Some of the biggest named footballers in the world finished their careers in North America. Taking a trip to see some legends in the world's most popular sport would be a bang-for-your-buck road trip. Number 9, New Yankee Stadium. Thanks to the Steinbrenner family, the Yankees have the most expensive and most successful MLB franchise of all time. They also have arguably the best stadium in baseball. New Yankee Stadium is arguably the Bronx's finest landmark. Seeing all of the history in New Yankee Stadium with the most iconic franchise in North America sports is a must-have for any fan. Number 8, the Kentucky Derby. If there's an event that doesn't involve the big four leagues you want to see, the Kentucky Derby may be what you're looking for. Millions of dollars are on the line. It brings out celebrities. Though the races are quick, the Kentucky Derby is one of the largest sporting venues in the world. Get riding. Number 7, a Lakers-Warriors double whammy. The Los Angeles Lakers remain one of the largest and most marketable sports teams in the world. The Golden State Warriors won the NBA championship in 2015. No matter how good or bad the teams are, now's the time to plan a trip and get the best of both worlds. See a historic franchise and one of the most polarizing teams in the NBA, all in one nice short trip. Number 6, Toronto Maple Leafs game/Hockey Hall of Fame. The Hockey Hall of Fame is right in the middle of Toronto. With so many priceless items, including the Stanley Cup there, any sports fan needs to see it. Meanwhile, the iconic Maple Leafs franchise also plays not too far from the HHOF. Toronto is a drivable distance from many major cities in the U.S., so make the trip while you can. Number 5, any All-Star game. Aside from the Pro Bowl, which always takes place in Hawaii, there's the MLB, NHL, and NBA All-Star Game. All of them feature the world's greatest in their sports going up against each other. You're seeing Hall of Famers duke it out. Who wouldn't want to see that? Number 4, Fenway Park. There is no stadium or arena in North America as iconic, special, and timeless like Fenway Park. Over 100 years old and home to the Boston Red Sox. Like Toronto, Boston isn't a far distance from some of the biggest cities in the continent. Fenway is a beautiful tourist attraction, maybe the best in the city. You need to see it to believe it. Number 3, Winter Classic. The NHL Winter Classic is one of the most memorable sporting venues that takes place annually. They always make sure it's two elite teams or arch rivals facing off. It takes place in one of the largest stadiums in the world. The 2014 Winter Classic between Toronto and Detroit was a snowy blizzard between two heated, historic rivals a short drive away. You can't tell us you wouldn't want to try that. Number 2, NCAA Final Four. NCAA basketball is one of the greatest tournaments to follow, no question about it. Unlike the NBA, you frequently see different teams in March Madness's Final Four. That means eventually some Final Four team has to be playing somewhat close to where you live, which means it's time for you to do that road trip. And number 1, the TPC Scottsdale-HOLES 16 and 17. The 36th Golf Course Complex in Phoenix is the one road trip every sports fan better try at least once in his or her lifetime. Operated by the PGA Tour, the 16th and 17th holes are really where the ultimate trip is. Hundreds of thousands of fans attend that hole, and major parties and crazy fan chants take place. You may not be big on golf, but it's certainly a thing to try with your friends. And that's it for 15 road trips every sports fan needs to take. But wait, we are not done with you yet. In the comments below, we want to know, have you visited any of these locations? What was your experience when you were there? And if you haven't, what would be the first on your list? And for more cool videos, click subscribe.